Chairman, Mr. Ben Proto.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's good to be back in Greenwich, and it's important to be back in Greenwich. In 2021, I decided to run for state chair, and the very first elected official who endorsed my candidacy was Fred Camilla. And I've never forgotten that. Fred and I have been friends for a long time. It was very important that Fred did that for me. And over the,
Fred!
what was that? Go for Fred. So, and over the last couple of years, we've spent a lot of time down here in Greenwich from the state party. In 2021, we were able to get Ryan elected in that special election, get him reelected, and help him get reelected in 22, and then again in 24. This past year, I got to know Tina very well. Tina and I spent a lot of time talking about not only Greenwich and the state party, but some of her future. And if you're not sure, it is unbelievably bright that what this woman is going to accomplish, not only in the State House, but I think for years to come for Greenwich and the state of Connecticut. But I wanted to come down tonight to say thank you to this RTC. And the reason I want to say thank you is because you've given us Ryan Fazio, you've given us Tina Scorpus, you've given us my good friend Joe Kelly, who I've gotten to know since he's come out to State Central, and we talk very often. And if you're not sure about a guy who's committed to the town of Greenwich, well, he is. And to Mike and to Jonathan, you have our full support here in Greenwich. We fully intend to have 4 representatives here coming back to Hartford from Greenwich, as it once was and it should be here in Greenwich. We are fully committed to changing this state. And I've said this before, and I know Tina and Ryan will agree with me on this. Don't expect we're going to have 76 House members and 19 state senators. We'd love to, but we need incremental growth. And people like Ryan and Tina and Mike and Jonathan bring about the incremental growth that we need. And as a result, we're working, I've already had 2 major conversations with Ryan's campaign about what we're going to do, how we're going to work together, how we're moving forward, and how this is going to be a singular unit, a united Republican Party, not only from the party perspective, but from the campaign sides. That's something we have not had in a while. 2022 was an interesting year for us, and we had some issues there. I don't anticipate having those issues. I anticipate, Ryan and I have worked very well together since the day he got elected. Tina and I worked really well last year when she ran 2 years ago. And we're prepared to do that, not only here in Greenwich, but across this state, because I believe, contrary to what you may hear out there, we are going to win legislative seats. We are going to win constitutional offices, starting with the governor's office. And I fully expect that we are going to win a congressional seat this year. That's going to happen. And Tina was absolutely right in what she said. The Democrats are going to try to do one thing and one thing only, and make this about national politics. And it's not. It's about Connecticut citizens. It's not, let Washington worry about Washington, we'll take care of Connecticut. That's not to say that things that are happening in Washington aren't necessarily that bad for Connecticut. One of the things we know for a fact, that there are more people in the state of Connecticut who received tax refunds this year because of what happened in Washington with Donald Trump and the Republicans than ever before. I guarantee you, most of you in this room who paid taxes on your 1040 paid less taxes on your federal 1040 than you did on your state 1040 this year. Why? Because of the big, beautiful bill. We're seeing change incrementally coming about. It's our job to stay united. It's our job to continue to work together. It's our job to be rowing in the same direction, and it's our job to go out and knock on doors for Tina and for Mike and for Jonathan and for Ryan and right on down the road. If we do that, we knock on the doors, we make the phone calls, we give Joe $5 from Greenwich. I wish I could give you $5, Joe, but it doesn't count, right? But I can't give money to Jonathan and to Mike, and I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to support them. These are friends of mine. They're friends of yours. We don't turn our backs on friends. We may disagree at times, that's okay. But we don't turn our back on friends. And everyone in this room should be committed to helping their friends. And that means Republicans across this state. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I know this, and I point to Greenwich all the time. I will put any town run by a Republican up against any town run by a Democrat, and I know which town is gonna be run better. Just like I will put any state run by a Republican, soon to be, against any state run by Democrats like Ned Lamont, and I know which state's gonna be better. All those numbers Tina gave you earlier, he turns around in the next 4 years. But only if we work together and are united. So my message tonight, first and foremost, is thank you. Thank you for all you do for us. Thank you for Ryan. Thank you for Tina. Thank you for Mike. Thank you for Jonathan. Thank you for Michael Goldstein. Thank you for my good friend Fred Camillo. But time and time again, let's stop one thing, and I said this at the convention and you heard me say it. Republican on Republican violence has to end. Because if it doesn't, we won't win. We only win when we're together, and I will leave you with my favorite Herb Brooks quote from the 1980 hockey team. You are not a team until the name on the front of the jersey means more than the name on the back of the jersey. And folks, the name on the front of the jersey isn't always Republican. Oftentimes it's Connecticut. That's who we want to put first. The Democrats put themselves, their party, and their base first. We put Connecticut first and our people first. So again, thank you very much for all you do. Thank you for having me. Paul, thank you for stepping up and being the chairman here. We appreciate it. Let's go out and put more people up in Hartford and Greenwich. Let's put a congressman up from this district in Washington, and let's change Connecticut.
Thank you so much, and thank you. I wanted to give a shout out to Dr. Michael Goldstein, which